Thank you very much for keeping pace with me here at ONIF TV. Well, this is serious matters, and so this is where we will be doing it from this morning. Well, still, on this matter of $800 million being approved by the National Assembly, reactions have trailed the breakdown of the loan, having 500 billion naira going for palliatives. The question had always been, what are the parameters used to measure the spending? They said they're going to be giving 8,000 to, I think, about 12 million households for 6 months and all of that, just to cushion the effect of the subsidy removed. And 70 billion naira is going for the National Assembly to support the working condition of new members. And these had raised so much dust because we have continued to wonder, why should they get this amount when each a household gets 48,000 naira in 6 months. These ones are getting, when you do the cumulative calculation, they get about 100. If they are going to share the money, let's say there are 500 of them, like we'll be getting Rufai's view in a moment. Let's say we have 500 members and they are going to share 70 billion naira. I understand the calculation is to get, each of them is going to get about 140 million naira. I don't know how we got to where we are, we choked ourselves in this so tight corner, with constitutional laws and personalities in leadership position, who are selfish, who are self-centered, who are not nonchalant about what the people they are there to lead, are going through. When you get 70 billion and the people, a household gets 8,000 naira per month. Well, I think it's also okay that 119.2 billion naira is going in to the Ministry of Agriculture, and also 35 billion naira for the National Judicial Council. Let us take Rufai's contribution on this one.
Each lawmakers. So 500 people, if they're to share it equally, can receive 140 million. I know they're not going to share it equally. But look at the citizens. 12 million households receive 48,000 across 6 months. So look at the disparity. So the other money is put out there. Yeah, I support the one for 35 billion for National Judicial Council. I support that one. The 10 billion for Federal Capital Territory, yes, I'm happy about that because I was in Abuja over the weekend, and guess what? Most of the street lights from the airport were not working down into Abuja town. So maybe they need to do a lot of work as regards that and internally, because that's our country's capital. The 19.2 billion for Ministry of Agriculture to address massive destruction of farmlands. I support that to do to follow, but how are they going to spend that money? How is it going to trickle down to the basic farmers? Then the 500 billion for the palliative. This time around, they are saying that they're going to use wallets. They've always talked about wallets in the past. I said by wallets. But how can we effectively authenticate the amount and how much is really going to all of these farmers out there? Personally, I've never been in support of these handouts because they get it muddled up in Nigeria. I tried doing something on social media, and you might argue that it's not empirical enough. I've asked that people that receive the money, can they come out? But we hardly see most of them. In fact, the office in charge of disposing this national, register, they send me a message back on Twitter and say, oh, Rufai, there are lots of them, most of them might not be on Twitter. Can we even see some members of these families are receiving this money? Because the last thing we heard was during COVID, where the humanitarian minister was sharing money for people in the hands, and you can't be accountable that way. So at first, I can't wait for the census to even start. Let's even have data to work with. There are not enough data sets to work with. So what even makes up these families? Those are the questions we're asking. And for the lawmakers that want to collect 70 billion, let the poor breathe. Fear God. Fear God. Absolutely. Let the poor breathe. People are crying, and you even have the temerity, the infantry, the unmitigated nerve to even put your own money in this while poor people are suffering. All right. I yield the floor.
My brother, we can keep talking. We're left in the hands of God in this country. And that's the truth. We can keep talking and talking and talking and talking. When these people are going to the office, they beg us, they do all sorts of things. But when they get there, what happens? It's all for their own pockets. It's how to grow their pockets. That's why they spend so much. That's why they put in so much. They borrow. Some of them even borrow money to do politics. You know, it's like you want to get a job and you have to pay for the job. You have to pay the employer before you get the job from them. I don't know what the people who voted them is expecting. They actually expect that when they get there, they will be paid back. That's why they eventually don't represent anything. That's why they do not assemble anything, as even a national assembly. My brother, sister, thank you very much. Please share our videos, others, drop your comment, make them simple and civil. I love you.